The SeaTrees program is really, really simple. It's about restoring, regrowing, and regenerating coastal ecosystems around the world. This is critically important because these ecosystems, coral reefs, kelp forest, mangrove forest, seagrass, coastal watersheds, these have all been dramatically impacted over the last 50 years. We've lost about half the world's coral in the last 50 years, half the world's mangroves, half the world's watersheds. Those ecosystems are really the lifeblood and the life support system of our entire planet. Fixing them, bringing these back, restoring them to their original vibrancy is key to the existence of not only our own species, but every single species on the planet. SeaTrees ecosystems, they are the only thing that is truly scalable in this particular moment. Nature-based systems are the quickest, most scalable way to solve the problem, store carbon, regenerate these ecosystems, bring them back to health, while also creating all of these co-benefits for biodiversity, for communities, for local economies. The vision for our SeaTrees program is in line with the UN 2030 agenda, meaning we're focused on what we can do directly in the next 10 years to reverse climate change. And for us, that means trying to get over 100 new blue carbon projects funded and started and catalyzed by 2030. And we're well on our way with over 17 projects right now around the world. The SeaTrees project brings an enormous amount of benefit to nature, directly to the ocean. First and foremost, it sequesters tons and tons of carbon that have been put in the atmosphere. The CO2 that's in the atmosphere is actually about 25% of it reabsorbed back into the ocean, raising the pH level or the acidity by regrowing these coastal ecosystems that literally pull carbon out of the water, out of the atmosphere, and sequester it back into the ocean, into the soils. They are making the oceans less acidic. As someone who's grown up around the ocean, has been shaped, and my whole life has been directed by it, I already think of the ocean as an entity. The ocean is the lifeblood and the lungs of this planet. It is a living, breathing entity that supports us all. And nobody, especially us humans, should be allowed to take those rights away. The direct changes that we've seen from implementing our SeaTrees projects, pretty stunning. First of all, these are areas that are now reforested if we're talking about mangroves, or even talking about kelp forest. You can actually see the kelp canopy come back. The same thing with the coral reefs. You literally see more corals, more fish, more biodiversity. And the economic and social implications of the communities that we're funding to do this work have been huge. We're talking about money for their kids to go to school, to buy uniforms, to have lights, to have food, to have medical access. Seeing all of that as a result of simply planting SeaTrees around the world still amazes me every single time.